Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradha Hari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradha Hari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradha Hari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradha Hari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradha Hari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Radha Kunj Bihari Radha Kunj Bihari Radhe. Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe. Jaya Radha Ramana Radha Ramana Radhe. Jaya Radha Giridhari Radha Giridhari Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Radhe. Jaya Radha Sham Sundar Radha Sham Sundar Radhe. Jaya Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Jaya Radhe Sham. Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Nitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivara Jagatcharya Sota Sattva Shishvachila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivara Jagatcharya Sota Sattva Shishvachila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Shri Rup Shri Sanatana Bhattaragana Chi Jeev Gopala Bhattadasaragana Chari Goswami Prabhu Ki. प्रेम से को श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद से अद्वैत गदाधर शिवजरी गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपाल गोपी गोपीनाथ मुकुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा धाम की मैपुर धाम की जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की वृंद देवी तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की गंगा यमुना देवी की हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्री श्री गौनिताय की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल समवेत भक्त वृंद की all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from the Bhagavad-Gita 10th chapter, text number 8. So, famous verse, Chatushloki Bhagavat, the 4 verses of the Bhagavad-Gita, which are very important, which are well known. So, text number 8. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samandvitah. Aham sarvasya prabhavo Mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Ladies, aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha aham, I, sarvasya, of all, prabhava, the source of generation, mata, from me, sarvam, everything, pravartate, emanates, iti, thus, matva, knowing, bhajante, become devoted, mam, unto me, buddha, the learned, bhava samanvitaha, with great attention. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Purport. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Chaitanya, and who knows how to apply these teachings, can understand that Krishna is the origin of everything in both the material and spiritual worlds. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. He can never be deviated by any amount of nonsensical commentaries or by fools. All Vedic literature agrees that Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva and all other demigods. In the Atharva Veda, Gopaltapani Upanishad, it is said, Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam, Yo Vaivedam Sagapayati Sma Krishna. It was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. Again, the Narayana Upanishad says, Ato Purusho Havai Narayana Akamayata Prajaha Surijayeti. Then the Supreme Personality, Narayan, desired to create living entities. The Upanishad continues, Narayana Brahmajayate, Narayana Prajapatihi, Prajayate, Narayana Indro Jayate, Narayana Astavasavo Jayante, Narayana Ekadasha Rudra Jayante, Narayana Dvadashadityaha. From Narayan, Brahma is born, and from Narayan, the patriarchs are also born. From Narayan, Indra is born. From Narayan, the 8 Vasas are born. From Narayan, the 11 Rudras are born. From Narayan, the 12 Adityas are born. This Narayan is an expansion of Krishna. It is said in the same Vedas, Brahmanya Devaki Putra, the son of Devaki, Krishna, is the Supreme Personality, Narayana Upanishad. Then it is said, Eko vai Narayana Asina Brahmana Ishano Napo Nagni Samaone Medyada Prithvi Na Nakshatrani Na Surya. At the beginning of the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality Narayan. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no stars in the sky, no sun. Mahapanishad. In the Mahapanishad, it is also said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Does the Veda say that it is the Supreme Lord, the creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped? In the Moksha Dharma, Krishna also says, Prajapatim charudram chapyam eva sarijami vai tau himam na vijanito mamaya maya vimohitau. The patriarchs, Shiva and others are created by me, though they do not know that they are created by me because they are deluded by my illusory energy. In the Varaha Purana, it is also said, Narayana Paradevas tasmajjatas chaturmukha tasmadruda abhavat devasa cha sarvagyatam gadaha. Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, from whom Shiva was born. Lord Krishna is the source of all generations, and he is called the most efficient cause of everything. He says, because everything is born of me, I am the original source of all. Everything is under me. No one is above me. There is no supreme controller other than Krishna. One who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with references from the Vedic literatures, engages all his energy in Krishna consciousness and becomes a truly learned man. In comparison to him, all others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary man. A Krishna conscious person should not be bewildered by fools. He should avoid all unauthorized commentaries and interpretations on Bhagavad-Gita and proceed in Krishna consciousness with determination and firmness. Hare Krishna. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutabadagamalan Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganadaganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopiga Ganta Radha Kanta Namastude Datta Ganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavane Shade Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Pritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivajadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravattate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvidaha. I am the source of all spiritual material worlds, everything emanates from me. The wise who know perfectly this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So, here Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is explaining himself that is the source of all the spiritual and the material worlds. So the spiritual world contains many planets, Vaikuntha planets, practically unlimited. And the highest abode in Vaikuntha is known as Krishna Loka, where Krishna is residing. Krishna Loka is divided in four. One part is known as Dwarkapuri, where Dwarkadish is residing. Second part is known as Mathura, where Mathuresh is residing. So they are simultaneously non-different and different from Krishna. Dwarkadish is not different, but different personalities there in Dwarka, and Mathuresh also is in Mathura. And in Golok, in Braj Vrindavan, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna is residing, performing his wonderful pastimes. With his eternal associates, the gopis headed by Srimati Radharani. Although Krishna is the source of everything, according to the consideration of the absolute truth, Tattva Vichar. At the same time, in the pastime, Lila Vichar, the consideration of the pastimes, he has a father and mother. In the material world, the father and mother are the cause of the child. But in Golok, the father, Nanda Baba, and the mother, Yashoda, are not the cause of Krishna. Krishna is the cause of his own parents also. But in the past time, so he has parents, and they have this relationship. They feel Krishna is my son. But Krishna is the source of his own parents also. But since time immemorial they are existing. But it is understood that Krishna is the source of everything. And then next to Braj Vrindavan, Shradip Navadip is situated, where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is performing his pastimes. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Swami Bhagavan, is no different from Krishna. At the same time, so his complexion is not blackish, Krishna is golden. Radha Bhavadyuti Somitam Naumi Krishna Sarupam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. But he has assumed the golden complexion of Srimati Radharani and the mood of Srimati Radharani. So that is known as Parishishta Lila. Just like in the books, appendix is there to give some further explanation on the book. So the pastime is there because Krishna wants to know. He wants to experience. He knows, as Bhagavan, he knows everything, but at the same time, he can, as Krishna, he cannot fully experience the love of Srimati Radharani. So therefore the form of Mahaprabhu is there. Eternally. So but the highest time is Braj Vrindavan, Golok, and all the other Vaikuntha planets together, they don't equal to Braj Vrindavan. And the unlimited associates of Krishna in Braj Vrindavan, engaged in the service of Krishna. So that is the spiritual realm, of which Krishna is the source. And then all the incarnations are expansions of Krishna. All the Vishnu Murtis. And similarly, Srimati Radharani, she is the Mool Shakti, the original potency of the Lord. And the Lakshmi Devis, even Sita Devi, Parvati Devi, they are simply expansions of Srimati Radharani. And so then this material world is manifested by the will of Krishna. But it is not permanent. So the material world is only manifested sometimes. And when it is not manifest, when it is not visible, it is called pradhan, the pradhan. But when Krishna is desiring that the material world should manifest through the help of his expanded forms, Mahashankarshan, Mahavishnu, then the material world is manifested, and then it is called as Prakriti or Mahatattva. And then the conditioned souls, they will come in this material world. Those who are not engaged in the service of the Lord, they will fall from the Brahmajyoti into this material world. But then by the mercy of Krishna, by the mercy of his representative, the pure devotee, they will get a chance to understand their position as eternal servants of Krishna, and by engaging in devotional service, they can advance in spiritual life and become perfect. And once perfect, they can enter into the kingdom of God in loving a relationship with Krishna. So here Prabhupada in the purport is quoting many verses from the different Vedic literatures that just to establish the supremacy of the Supreme Lord. So, and then Prabhupada is explaining, as it is mentioned here also in the verse actually, so that the intelligent person, they will engage my service and they worship me with all their hearts. They're fully dedicated. So, and others in this material world, they cannot understand Krishna. Even some persons, so they may be studying the Vedic literatures, but if they are not blessed by the mercy of Krishna, Krishna's representative, then they will not have complete knowledge. So in order to get pure knowledge and be fully engaged in devotional service, one needs the mercy of the Lord and the mercy of his representative, the spiritual master. As Krishna is explained in the 4th chapter, Tadvidi paripatena pariprashnani seva yupadikshati te jnanam yananas tattva darshanaha. He's telling Arjuna that you should approach a spiritual master who is tattva darshana, who has taken darshan, who has seen the absolute truth. And he's explaining also how to approach. Paripatena pariprashnana sevaya. So in a humble way one should approach the spiritual master, one should ask questions. And seva vritti, seva bhav. Seva should be there. In a humble mood, approaching, being ready, not just simply to inquire, but then to follow the instructions of the spiritual master. To serve then the spiritual master or to serve Krishna under the direction of the spiritual master. So that is the process. So here in purport, many verses are quoted by Srila Prabhupada, explaining that, for example, also this knowledge, quoting from Atharva Veda, Gopal Tapani Upanishad, that in the beginning Krishna instructed Lord Brahma in Vedic knowledge. And of course then Brahma also instructed others. So Krishna is Adiguru. So he's the original spiritual master. giving knowledge to Lord Brahma. Of course, then in his expanded form as Narayan, is giving knowledge to Lakshmi Devi. In his expanded form as Hansavatar, this one incarnation, is giving knowledge to the four Kumaras. And he himself also instructed Lord Shiva. So there are four sampradayas, Vaishnava sampradayas. So the knowledge has to be received in the parampara, as Krishna is explained in the 4th chapter, Evam parampara praptam imarajarsa vizuhu. We have to receive the knowledge in the disciplic succession. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, so the four, like here the four important verses of the Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chatushloki Bhagavatam is there, four original verses of the Bhagavatam. Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata savam pavattateti matva. No, that is this verse, but Aham eva sameva gre nanyad yat satrasat param pascharyo visheshati sosmi aham. That first I was there, before the creation, and now during the creation I'm still here also. And at the end, when this material world is annihilated, I will be still there. I will remain. So that is the Supreme Lord. By His will the material world is created, and He Himself is descending to this material world to give transcendental knowledge. Himself and also through the different incarnations. So, and before that, these four verses, so Krishna told to Brahma, Jnanam param guhyam me yad vijnanam samanvitam tatrahasyasa tadangascha grihana gatitam maya. So he told Brahma, you may accept this knowledge. Give it to you, which is confidential. And within that knowledge, the realization is there. So that is a secret, and you please accept. And you follow these different limbs of devotional service, Anga, Bhakti Anga. So when the knowledge is given, the realization is there also. But in order to realize, one has to engage in devotional service, just like. So first Krishna is saying that I am there, and then also here in the 15th chapter, Krishna is saying, Mamevam sajiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. The living entities are my part and parcels. And they have the same quality. We have the same quality as Krishna. We are Satchidananda Vigraha. But Krishna is Vibhu, is great, and we are Anu, we are small. So we are spirit souls. So that is the first knowledge Krishna is giving. Deinusmin yata de kaumaram javaram jarata thade hanta prapta dirastatra namuyati. In the 2nd chapter. So the living entity is there in the body, which changes from childhood to boyhood to youth to old age, and then death will be there. So that is the first knowledge we have to understand. I'm spirit soul, I'm not this body. So that is one thing to know and to understand, but the second thing is to realize, practical realization. So we receive knowledge, but then we should realize also, which is not so easy. And the realization only comes when we engage in devotional service. Then realization will come by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of the Spirit Master. So Krishna instructed Brahma in the Bhagavatam, and that is mentioned there, and in the various Upanishads or Vedas, and here Krishna himself is instructing Arjuna. And the same knowledge actually is there. It is the same knowledge. Just spoken a little different, but basically is the same knowledge. And there in the knowledge, so preliminary knowledge is there, Sambandha Gyan. So we may understand we are not this body, and Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is residing in the spiritual world, and we have come to this material world, and we have to surrender to Krishna. And then he's showing how to engage in devotional service, how to surrender. And by doing that, in due course of time, there's practical realization, prayojan gyan, which is the necessity that we have to realize fully ourselves and Krishna, and then the loving exchange is complete and perfect. And then we may enter the pastimes of the Lord. So here, it is mentioned Narayana, he desired to create, of course, ultimately this Krishna's desire, but then through Narayana or Mahashankarsha and Vishnu, Mahavishnu, that the material world is manifested. And then, as mentioned here, the Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, and of course Lord Brahma and Shiva are manifested in this world. But before that, so as indicated, there was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no stars in the sky, no sun in this world. But then, by the will of the Lord, so they all manifested. Now, of course, there is material world with material elements are there, but in the spiritual world there is variety also. So there is a spiritual sun there, and there is a spiritual moon, and the spiritual water is there, transcendental water, transcendental land, transcendental trees, transcendental animals. So everything there is transcendental, and Krishna is in the center. Everyone and everything is engaged in the service of Krishna. So the material world is a perverted reflection of the spiritual world. And although Krishna is all-pervading, but is not perceived by the conditioned souls. And even all the different emotions are there in the spiritual world. Pure emotions are there in loving exchange with Krishna. So when in the material world, the conditioned souls, when they come to this world, so then they will have material desires, they will have material emotions, and Krishna is not there in their life. So, but then the process to realize one's spiritual nature is to engage in the loving service of Krishna. Then slowly, the transcendental senses will be manifested and transcendental intelligence will be there. And then the realization of one's spiritual form will be there. And of Krishna's wonderful transcendental form, practical realization. So which is the goal of life, is to practically realize Krishna's beautiful form and to practically realize our transcendental spiritual form. So Prabhupada is then also explaining, so one who engages in energy in Krishna consciousness, so he becomes a truly learned man. And others who do not know Krishna properly are but fools. So and then you can see in this material world, so many persons are there, they have some knowledge, but they don't have complete knowledge. And to have complete knowledge, then we have to actually approach the representative of the Lord. And then we can have complete knowledge. The representative of the Lord, so he's empowered by the Lord. He's a manifestation of Krishna's mercy. And just to show the importance of the disciplic succession of accepting a spiritual master, so even Krishna himself, although he's the source of everything, but in this world, in the past time, is also accepting a spiritual master. And he's accepting knowledge. So just to show that we have to approach a spiritual master. So in Braj, so the cool gurus were there of Nanda Maharaj, Bhaguri Muni and Sandilya Muni. Of course, Krishna at that time just playing in his pastimes. But then after he went to Mathura, and then he went to the ashram of Sandipani Muni, and he accepted him as spiritual master. Just to teach that we have to approach a spiritual master. And we have to satisfy, do whatever the spiritual master tells us. And then also in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also the Supreme Lord. And he established the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names, the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So again, just to teach, so in his pastime, he went to school to gain knowledge. His teacher was Gangadas Pandit. And then later on, he took initiation from Ishvara Puri, just to teach that we should approach a spiritual master. And then he accepted sannyas from Keshava Bharati. So in this way, indicating that in order to progress in spiritual life, one has to take shelter of those who are highly advanced. Otherwise, if we try on our own and then we read unauthorized commentaries on the scriptures, then one will not be able to advance. But under proper guidance, then we can advance in Krishna consciousness. But then we have to have strong determination and be fixed, so then we may achieve perfection. So we are very fortunate to be in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So the knowledge has come directly from Krishna to Lord Brahma, and unto Narada Muni, Vyasadeva, and Madhvacharya, and other great personalities, and then Madhavendra Puri, Ishvara Puri, and then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself came in the Sampradaya, and then his disciples, his followers, Sarva Damodar, and then the 6 Goswamis headed by Rupa Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, our Prabhupada. So in this way the knowledge has come down to us. And then we can advance in our spiritual life by taking advantage of the instructions which has come down in the disciplic succession. And by chanting the holy names, which is most important limb of devotional service, we can attain perfection. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So our goal is to be fully absorbed in the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna. So and therefore we try to hear as much as possible about Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna and make our life perfect. Hare Krishna. Any question? Yes.
Celebrating that program.
Indra Prabhu's.
That is also you are explaining this word observe. So how can we know that? We can understand bhakti or prema bhakti. You are saying about so many beautiful names, Acharya's name. You are talking about Guru Parampara, but we are only listening. And how can we observe, like you are saying, involve?
Yeah, it is a matter of practice. So every day we have to practice, and then actually we have to also So we have to pray to these personalities to help us realize the subject matter. So by constant practice and endeavor, and by praying to all these acharyas, then we can get the realization, and then we can be absorbed, especially in chanting the holy names, which is the most important limb of devotional service. But if you are sincere, then it is just a matter of time till we will be able to be properly absorbed in devotional service. But also we have to understand in the material world there is always a struggle. So even we try to be very sincere and try to advance, but it's a great struggle because material energy is very strong. So therefore we have to be together with the devotees under proper guidance of those who are more advanced, and then it is a little more easy to advance in our spiritual life. So practice makes perfect. So by practicing on a daily basis, and actually we have to be also not only very enthusiastic and fixed, but we have to be patient. It will take time to become perfect. So, but if we are patient and we are in good association, then in due course of time, then everything will be achieved. Okay? Hare Krishna. Anything else? So, and devotional service is joyfully performed, and we always get some nice Mahaprasad. Hare Krishna. So you can come here and get some Mahaprasad. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Is your son? Okay. Hare Krishna.